Okay, everybody, welcome. My name is Vincent St. Louis. This is our stem cell activation product overview. I'm going to kind of go through this rather rapidly because some of us have a training afterwards. If any of you are, so I'm going to just kind of go over the little bit of the product details, and then we'll do some testimonies, and then go over the other side of, with this amazing product also gives you a business opportunity if you choose to take advantage of that. If not, no big deal. You definitely want to stick around for the testimonies. And Bill, if you can maybe arrange a couple of testimonies so we can get straight into that part, then that would be great. So we don't have to fumble around and waste time with that. So respect everybody's time. So
Okay.
once again, like I said, my name is Vincent St. Louis. I've been a part of this company now for about 7 months, and it's absolutely changed my life, both physically and financially. And let me do this. There we go. So why is stem cell activation patch? The fewer stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower you heal. It's very important to understand that by age 30, about half your stem cells are active. At age 60, almost no stem cell activity exists in your body. It's important to understand. Now, I know we're not science doctors here, so all this stuff I have learned through the process of the last 7 months being involved with this company. Give you an analogy. I thought my mom told me, or my wife was, she was a natural doctor for a while. She said, go out in the sun and get some vitamin D. It helps your how you feel. And I thought the sun gave us vitamin D, but that's not what happens. So the light from the sun hits your body, sends a signal to the brain, and the signal to the brain says, start creating vitamin D. So the sun actually does not give us vitamin D. The sun activates our own body to create vitamin D. Very important to understand. The second thing is understanding that the stem cells in our body do not go away, but stem cells are what repair damaged DNA. And so by the fact of that our stem cells become dormant in our body, that's why as we age, we heal slower. Our body doesn't repair fast enough, and so many other things that the stem cells do. And so having a patch that activates your own stem cells, we've all heard about stem cell therapy, about the stem cells, people having injections and stuff like that. We'll talk more about that in a minute. This is our founder, David Schmidt. He's a brilliant guy. The really cool thing about our company is the fact that the David Schmidt, the founder, inventor of the product, is also the owner and CEO of the company. So he does it all. He has over 30 patents. He has now been inducted to the Inventors Hall of Fame 2 times. He's a brilliant guy, and we're so thankful that he gave us the opportunity to participate in his business endeavor. He didn't just go put it on a shelf somewhere in some grocery store, some natural health store. He decided to introduce his products, the stem cell activation product, through what I call relationship marketing. Meaning, if you like this product, you share it with other people if you choose to. Why wouldn't you? If you found benefits, why wouldn't you bless other people with the benefits of good health and getting rid of their aches and pains? And the company will then reward you. It's kind of like profit sharing distribution. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. LifeWave company's growth. So 19-year-old company, they went from 20 million a year to over 280 million a year in the last 2 years. They're now in 75 countries. You say, well, what happened? The company's been around for 19 years, doing 20 million a year, and then all of a sudden 2 years ago they went to 280 million. It's because of the stem cell activation patch. So the company has multiple other patches. The David Schmidt actually invented the product, trying to help the U.S. Navy to have more energy and stay more alert while they're in the submarines. And he invented this patch, which is the first process of this where he created the stem cell. And then it worked, and it stimulated energy in the bodies using their own body's natural light. And through that, then he spent 11 years and multiple millions of dollars inventing the stem cell patch. Once that stem cell patch launched about 3 years ago, the benefits, the testimonies, the changes in people's lives was so outrageous that people started sharing it with vigor, and because they wanted to bless the lives of other people. And that's what that product, and one single product, is what's taken this company to over $280 million a year. And so what happens? So basically you have rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, support wound healing, energy, vitality, mental clarity, enhanced sports performance, faster recover from exercises, and improved skin appearance. So all the other products that we have, they're great products, but they all have a certain area. The stem cell activation patch that we're talking about now, that covers every area of all the other ones as well. There are benefits to the other ones as well, but we focus on the stem cell because that's what's new. That's what people want to know. That's what people are researching. People are already hearing about it. They know they can't afford the stem cell therapy. And so anything that intrigues stem cell, their eyes open up. They want to know more. I'll talk more about that later. How it works. So basically the patch is about the size of a quarter. Here's one right here. If you have not seen one, it basically, I don't know if you see, yeah, there it is. So it's a little patch. It's got sticky stuff on it. If for some reason you are allergic to the stickiness, the glue, like if you have a problem with Band-Aids or whatever, then you can stick it to the inside of your shirt and stick it to your shirt because it reflects, does the same thing on both sides of the patch. The stickiness is just there. So if for some reason you do have allergies to the sticky stuff, it's the same stuff that goes on Band-Aids. So most people are okay with it, but some people have sensitive skin. You just stick it on the end waistband of your undergarment, your shirt, wherever. You can stick it there and it will do the same thing. The patch is made of an organic nanocrystal, and that nanocrystal reflects a certain spectrum of light. And what happens is your body emanates light. If you ever seen night vision goggles or seen a special camera, it shows the light emanating from the body, not just the heat, but the light that emanates from the body. And so what this patch does, it reflects a certain spectrum of light that's coming out of your body, and it reflects it back into the body, just like the sun. And that certain spectrum of light sends a signal to the brain to create a copper peptide. I don't know what copper peptides is. It's called GHK-Cu copper peptide. You should Google that at some day. It's the holy grail of anti-aging. But when it sends that signal to the brain to create more copper peptides, it's the copper peptides that activate and regenerate and reactivate the stem cells that are already in your body. And a lot of changes will occur once you start doing this. And so they've got a patent on this. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But so they've proven that this is happening. So what do you do? Where do you put this patch? Like I said, it is a patch. It's about the size of a quarter. The inside part is about the size of a nickel. Of course, my first thought was, if that little patch works, then why not make a whole t-shirt out of it? Or why not make the patch bigger? In the reality, they've done the science, they've done the studies. I'll show you a website you can go to get the science and studies. This is all you need. So you wear the patch for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. You pick the 12 hours. I like to do it during the day. That way, when my body's resting, my stem cells are resting as well. But you put the patch. Now, all the scientific studies they did, the patch had to be placed at the exact same location to make the scientific studies uniform. That was on the back of the neck, which is where I'm wearing mine now, or just below, about 2 or 3 inches below your belly button. And that's where they did it. But the reality is you put the patch wherever you want. If you got shoulder pain, you put the patch on your shoulder. If you got knee pain, you can put the patch on your knee. Foot pain, foot. Wherever you got pain and aches, the back, wherever it is, you can put the patch there, and it's going to help to reduce inflammation in that location. I transfer mine sometimes to the back of the neck and then sometimes below the belly button because I don't have any aches and pains or joint pain. When I do, I move it to that location, and it definitely helps. My wife wears her on her elbow. She's a massage therapist, and she does a lot of massages every day. And so she has pains in her elbows and other muscles, and she wears them where the pain is. But you can wear the patch anywhere you want. Just be sure to wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. My biggest challenge is sometimes I forget to take it off. It's not a problem. The reason why you want to wear it only 12 hours is you do not want your body to get used to it. I like the analogy. If you've ever had a beer you drank the first time when you're a kid, you stole a beer from Pops and you had a beer, you probably got a buzz off it. Before long, you're probably drinking a 12-pack and don't even notice it. Coffee, the same way. If you drink coffee the first time, you kind of probably got a little wired. After a while, it doesn't affect you at all. You do not want that to happen to the stem cell patch. So if you do forget to take it off, just take it off when you do. The next morning, put a new one on and move on your merry way. If you don't want to wear the patch 24 hours a day, every day, all the time, because you're going to have to reboot your body. And here it is, startx39.com. Go to this website if you're scientifically inclined. You really want to hear the science, the testimonies. There's a ton of testimonies in there. It's called startx39.com. It's a great website full of the testimonies, the scientific studies, and the patent is in there as well. So what's going to happen, things to look for. First off, very important, when you start this product, make sure that you drink a lot of water, because a lot's going to start happening inside your body and you may get dehydrated. Some people have a reaction to it, like it depends on where you are, depends on how much your body is detoxifying. For me, the only thing I felt is about day 3, I was exhausted. I was very, very tired. It lasted one day and then it was gone. I was done. I didn't realize what was happening. I thought I was coming down with something until I read that it sometimes happens. Some people may feel sick. Very rarely, I've never shared it with anybody that has, but some people do. All you want to do is take the patch off, wait the next day, drink a lot of water, and then put the patch on the next day. Maybe by chance, you might have to only do it for 6 hours a day. Everybody's body's different. Your body may be toxifying really a lot. Plus, the first few days of wearing this, you're going to all of a sudden start resetting over 4,000 genes. That takes a lot of energy from your body. So resetting the 4,000 genes within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Hey, look, who does not like that? Decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. That's what my wife loves about this product, is the feeling of just well-being in her brain and her mind, just really balanced and centered. Within 3 weeks, your collagen is increased, decreasing wrinkles. Your hair starts to grow. I know mine does. I shave twice as much as I used to. My nails are growing faster. Increased structural integrity for both the skeletal and the muscular system. So especially as we age, these are all things that are very important. I mean, yes, definitely important for every age, but it really is more important the older we get. This is the reason why because I didn't have any aches and pains that I really thought it would help me with. But within 6 weeks, the heart reverses in aging. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months on the X39. Who doesn't want that? Especially the older we get, the more. I've got 2 friends of mine that one of them had a heart attack, one of them had a stroke in December. One of them is still in the hospital from a stroke, and we all have heard of stories about that. Now, I'm not telling you this product is going to help you to not have one. By the way, really quick, very important to understand, this product is not healing or getting rid of any of your aches and pains or repairing anything in your body. It's just causing the body to do what it's designed to do, but we age and therefore the body stops doing it. It's very important to understand nothing absorbs from the patch into the skin. It's just a reflector, but it's a certain spectrum of light, and it's patented so nobody else can duplicate it for over 20 years, now 18 more years. Here's the patent right here. It was given to us in 2020. Our founder, once again, has over 130 patents, but this one is on the X39 stem cell activation patch. Here's just a quick little view of some healings. This lady had a horrible laceration or skin issue, and then within 21 days, it's almost completely gone. Down there in the bottom left, you see day 1, day 42, day 355. Her skin is absolutely changing. I have seen her now after a couple of years on the product, and it's absolutely amazing to see the difference in her, and that's without makeup. I've seen it at both. And then here you've got hair growth and some pictures of that. Bill Campbell's hoping that'll help him out. And so anyways, Bill, I hope you got some testimonies that we can buzz into really quick. For me, I was introduced to this product about 7 months ago. I did not expect anything profound to happen right away. For me, it was more about me understanding the science. Like I said, my wife was a natural doctor for a long time. I'm more the beer pizza guy. She's a natural health professional. And so for 3 weeks, we studied, we looked through the website, we read some of the studies. We looked at the patent. We watched videos on testimonies of the product, understand what the product was doing, because I just really didn't know anything about stem cells. Or I've been introduced to light therapy before. I've had light therapy done on me before in the past, so I understood the value and belief in it, but I just didn't know how this patch worked. And so once I did, I started wearing it, and instantly, within probably 10 days, I had horrible plantar fasciitis on the bottom of my right heel. It was hard to work, very painful. The doctor said, change your shoes. That didn't work. Then he said, put pad underneath my heel. That didn't work. And it was just horrible pain. But I didn't expect this patch to help that. He was helping other people with aches and pains. I just didn't really think it would, but it was a long-term event. In fact, the reversing my cardiovascular age. That's why the collagen. I'm getting older. My wife is Hispanic. She gets younger. I get older. I don't know. The difference is growing rapidly. So I figured if I could get some, keep up with her, then that's a good thing. But within 10 days, I was about 50% pain free. And about 2 weeks from the day I first put the patch on, I was literally 100% pain free. I have had no issues ever since for 7 months. And before, I had horrible problems for about 10 months. And I can still feel that it's still there, but it doesn't flare up like it used to. And when it does, when I'm on my feet a lot, it goes away by that evening, where before the evening was the worst. So a lot of different things changing in my body and our body. So Bill, if you want to introduce somebody else to share, then that would be great.
Okay, perfect. Lydia is going first. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. So my name's Lydia, as you well know. So I started, I was actually diagnosed at the age of 13 with scoliosis, and I never really got any symptoms or pain at the time. Obviously, as I grew older, I did feel certain symptoms, etc. But about 12 years ago, it suddenly got triggered, and the pain that I started feeling was quite excruciating. And having gone to see 2 different surgeons, back surgeons, the one said to me that I should be operated, and the second one said I should never have any surgeon touch my back. Anyway, to cut a long story short, since then I've been on anti-inflammatories just about every single day to cope and obviously manage my pain. And what I did find was that I was in and out of chiropractors, which was like maybe every 3 months or every like 4 months. And if I did have quite a bad flare up, then I'd have to go literally maybe twice a week or for a 6-week period. Anyway, Bill contacted us about 6 months ago and let us know that there's this amazing patch. Did we want to try it out? And of course, when I did read up on it and I did a little bit of research, I thought I need to try this, at least give it a go. I did that, and within 3 days, I actually started with headaches because obviously I was detoxing. But within 3 days, I started becoming pain-free, which was very unusual because I was used to actually dealing with pain most of my life. So, and I thought, no, it's too good to be true. But I carried on, and what I can say is in 6 months later, I think I've seen maybe chiropractors, I've seen about 3 or 4 times. Anti-inflammatories, I've maybe taken 2 in 6 months. And I'm basically pain-free, and I'm full of energy, and my mind is pretty sharp. So, that's my testimonial.
Thank you. Thanks, Lydia. Okay, could we have Yanni next? Are you okay, Yanni? Go next. You can unmute.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Yeah, we've been on it roughly, is it 6 months, Lydia? I thought it's 5 months, but needless to say. Yeah, I've got a couple of my own, and then I've got some clients as well. So on my part, I actually got involved with it, not because I had a disease or an illness as such. I got involved because I want to prevent things from happening to me at an old age. But however, I did think once I did all the research and that it would help me with my old sports injury, which was my ankle. I played pro football for many years, and obviously always playing and having painkillers and cortisone injections and that just in order to continue playing. I subsequently had 3 cracks in my ankle, which were only experienced just on a year ago. I found that out. So yes, long story short, the ankle was swelling and what they now call a bony tissue. So it's a form of arthritis. So you've got limited movement in your ankle. So I played football up until about the age of 55. And then obviously stopping and not taking that medication, everything like ceased. So I then decided at that age, let me go see the doc, which I did. And then they put me on rehab, thinking that they can get rid of the arthritis and the bony tissues. And it was about 26,000 Rand 8 months later. And I had some progress, but nothing much up until I then decided to go on the patch. And I had more progress in a month with a patch than what I had with 8 months of rehab. And I was on the patch for just on 2 months when I then did my first 21K run. Okay. And not to say that I ran it perfectly. Obviously, the next day I was sore as hell. But subsequently, carrying on from that 4 months now, I've done 3 and 21Ks. And now I'm just concentrating on training and my 5Ks again. Your general health has improved, your general feeling, very much the same like Vincent. Started going grey at a certain age, so I've still got grey, but far less than what I used to have. Nails are growing like it's going out of fashion. You know, my missus actually likes it. I can tickle her back now, so I don't feel too bad. But yes, from my mate's point of view, I've now treated a guy that had fatty liver. Has got no more of that. Another guy had severe acid reflux. So we only use the Eon and the X39 on him, and he seems to be clear on that. And just yesterday, I spoke to one of the ladies. She used the X39, and we used the carnosine on her for her varicose veins. And when I had a chat to her yesterday, she said, "Jane, you won't believe." She sent me some photographs that they're actually starting to disappear. So, and then just this afternoon, just before we went on a Zoom, I told everybody about I had a bride that had a allergic reaction to the makeup that you use, and she broke out in hives and everything, and we patched her with the X39, and we helped her in 2 days, and she spread the word, and they just stopped outside the house, and I gave another client some X39s to test for their daughter that picked up eczema. It's a skin, and I think it's got to do with the stress that she's got at school and that. So the word is definitely spreading. So, but as I keep saying to everybody, it is different for everybody. It doesn't necessarily help for the purpose that you're taking it. I, for argument's sake, as I said to you, I used it for my ankle, but everything else seems to have healed. I had a bad scar on my arm. The people that know me on the school, I was shot when I was in the military, and I had a bad scar. That scar's just about gone now without me realizing it. So that's about my side for now. I won't bore you guys more.
Thanks, Yanni. Can we have Kara next, please?
Hi, everyone. I'm Kara. Many years ago, I was diagnosed with degenerative patella, which is my kneecap. And falling off my bike in 2016 didn't help that, because it really damaged it and also put my spine out. And, you know, when Bill told me about this, I thought, right, I was keen on the product because I knew about stem cells and what they did, because I had wanted to do stem cell injections. And when he told me about it, I'd actually spent the 2 days sort of in absolute agony because I'd been making marmalade and I couldn't sleep in that when I ordered the patches, put them on, and I was amazed at how it sorted out my sort of pain in that. And for me, stairs was a nightmare. I wouldn't walk upstairs or up and down stairs because it was just too painful. Well, I can now walk up and down stairs. Last weekend, I went to Storms River Mouth, and there was a little sign that said 900 meters to the suspension bridge, not realizing that was as the crow flies. To get there, there were, I think, I don't know, like 9 million stairs to go up and down and roundabout and all the rest of it. And I got there and I got back again. So yes, I was exhausted when I got back and it was hot, but I did it. And I'm, yeah, chuffed as anything. So this is on X39. Thanks.
Thank you, Karo. And we've got one last one. Anne, if you can give your testimonial, please.
Okay, very quick one because I know we're running out of time. And cousins, so I've had a knee injury, well, actually arthritis from being a professional dancer when I was younger, and dancing in Spain, doing jump splits every night for over 4 months. Years later, obviously, you end up with knee problems, etc. And I don't have any pain in that knee. And every single night, I would go to bed and put on that gel, that blue gel stuff. And yes, that did help. But now I don't have to use that. And that's one. I'm 80-year-old friend of mine, well, she's mid-80s now. When she put the patch on for the first time, she's had stem cell treatment in the past and injections. And I get this message on day one, at the end of day one, saying, Anne, it's been day one, and now I'm thinking the worst because of the way she's speaking. And she said, I have been pain-free all day. Absolutely incredible. I've also had, I'm normally very energetic because I eat clean and I still teach and exercise and dance. And I've got more energy. I'm sleeping like a baby. And I used to take CBD to help sleep and for the inflammation. I don't take that anymore. They're just incredible. And I've been into light therapy now for over 20 years, looking into it. So when Bill told me about this, without even blinking, I decided that this must be it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Anne. Vincent, over to you. Do you want to just go, if anybody's keen on the business side, they can just listen in for the next 5 to 10 minutes. And then after that, we'll just do our business builders one.
Absolutely. If you want to make sure everybody's muted again, please.
Okay.
You know, maybe I get distracted. So we're going to buzz through this part really quick. Those are awesome testimonies. Thank you, everybody, for sharing it. It really is about the testimonies. It's about the product, which the product is so amazing that it actually gives us ability to benefit from that. Like I said earlier, the founder, we're so blessed that he gave us the ability to participate in the stem cell industry. He could have taken this product to mainstream sales and retail sales, but instead he decided to offer it out and create his own company in the some call it network marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing. I call it relationship marketing. And so with that, it does give us an opportunity to earn, if we decide to share this with other people. So basically what happens, I get people all the time, you can become a preferred customer, you can buy the product at wholesale, you pay a membership, and you can buy the product at wholesale. But the reality is, why would you do that? Because what's going to happen is you're going to get benefits. Everybody I share it with gets some sort of benefit. Some it might take them a month or two, some happens right away. It's different for everybody. It took me 10 days. My person that shared this with me gave me 3 samples. If I'd have made my decision about this over 3 days, I would not be here today. And so as you feel benefits, you're going to be inclined to share it with people, and the company's going to reward you. It is basically, it's profit sharing distribution. That's all it is. Get out of your head. If you've got a condescending idea, I've got friends of mine that I would never do network marketing. I've got 5 people on my team now that swore they would never do network marketing. They came in as a preferred customer, switched to a distributor because why? Because they're talking about it. They're sharing it with people. They're telling people about your testimonies, about other people's testimonies. And the company says, if you refer people to this company, they buy what they want, and the company's going to pay you based on the volume that they do on a monthly basis, daily basis, weekly basis, and the volume that they do and they do. So basically what the company did was they use what's called a binary plan, meaning you got a left and a right leg. So every time you bring somebody into the company as a distributor, whether they share the product or not, they just got a place, they're going to go on your left side or your right side. The benefit is if you refer 2 people, both those spots are full. The third person you refer has to go underneath somebody else. Most people on here have got other people underneath them from somebody above. And so the company's going to pay you based on the volume of both your left and right leg. And it does not matter who put the people there. It just matters of the volume that's created on a weekly basis. So you can actually earn up to 25,000 US dollars a week. And yes, you can transfer that to your monetary. I know we got people in other Australia, UK, South Africa, United States, Canada on here sometimes. So you determine, you can figure out what that is. Excuse me, but the ability to earn $25,000 a week based on volume of all the people. And this is not product that you stored, you sold, you didn't have to ship it out. The company takes care of all that for you. This is one of my favorite parts of this compensation plan. If you refer somebody to the company and they're going to earn based on the volume created from them and their team, then the company says, if you help other people, it doesn't matter if you helped them or not. Of course, it's going to benefit you if you did. But let's say I introduced Bill to this and he earned $100 on the binary side of the volume side of things. The company's going to thank me and give me a 25% check match. It does not come out of Bill's 100. It comes out of a different commission that the company's going to give me. So I can earn $25 on every 100 the Bill makes. If he makes 1,000, that's $250. So the more he makes, the more the company's going to thank me. And then the people that Bill brought in would be level 2, and I'm going to get Bill's going to get 25% on them. I'm going to get 20% on them. Level 3, I get 20% on them. So you can actually earn, the more the people are successful and the more money they make, the more money the company's going to reward you, because it's based on volume, and they're going to figure they're going to thank you for referring that person to you. So here we do have a system. This is very important to understand. You've got to have a system. If you're going to jump in an airplane, you're going to fly from where you are in South Africa to where I am in Sacramento, California, and you're going to have a map. You need to have a map. The pilot's going to adjust and fix and refine along the way. They know exactly where they should be at X location, X miles, X hours, and so they can make a left turn or right turn to get there. If they just fly around willy-nilly, they're never going to land in Sacramento. And so we have a plan as well. We've got people on our team that have made multiple millions of dollars in the industry, and they have put together a system of paint by numbers. Do this, do this, do this. And that is at build331.com. So if you've never done it, or if you've been in the industry before, you have a mapped step-by-step, 9-step process of things that you should do. And I would definitely recommend you go through that. So that's it for this part. Just all I can tell you is maybe you've been involved with this industry before, and like me, I retired from it. I've been in the industry for over 30 years. 5 years ago, I retired from it to build a real estate brokerage, and I swore I'd never get back in the industry. But the product, the patent, the results absolutely were worth my time to get back into it. So just think to yourself, pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. If you are just testing this out for the first time, I would recommend you buy they come in a sleeve, 30 patches per sleeve, buy 3 or 4 sleeves and share it with as many people as you can. The company has a 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose. Spread them out with everybody around you. Make sure they wear them. Maybe give them 3-4 patches each and test this out. 30 days later, if it's not for you, call the company. They'll give you your money back. Absolutely brilliant. We are done with this portion, Bill, I think. And I think you wanted to stop the recording and re-record, I think.
Correct. Yes, Vincent. Okay, so let me just do this. Hey guys, thank you very much for joining. I'm just going to stop this recording quickly.